Yes, Josh Gravesande. How we doing, my bro?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm not too bad, man. So I went to the last Eight Strikes event. Obviously, you've probably heard it a lot. Amazing performance. I was lucky enough to be in the crowd, and I got your knockout on camera. I was just standing at the perfect place at the perfect moment, and saw you jump in the crowd. It was one of the moments where I was like, yeah, this is sick. Um, I'm sure you've heard a lot of people comment about how great the fight was, and I guess getting a knockout is always good, but that fight, it was like a back and forth, proper slugfest kind of thing. And then I guess perhaps your corner was sort of saying, "Yeah, Josh, you need to kill him now, because if not, you don't want it to go into the judges," kind of thing. Was it that, or was it like you were pretty sure that you had the heart in you to kind of like finish the job?
Yeah, to be fair, I remember coming out in the last round, I kind of knew that if it didn't go to the judges if it did go to the judges decision, it would
Yeah,
it would swing either way.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I knew I had to either finish him or at least get a knockdown. Because if I got a knockdown, then I reckon I done enough on the points in the
yeah.
previous rounds to
Yeah.
weigh the decision my way. But luckily, I just ended the fight.
Fair enough, man. So I'm guessing you're fully into camp for your next fight, and how's it going, man? Off your fight.
Bloodline gym.
So is that your like you know that some people have always trained at their gym since childhood, or is it like you've started somewhere and moved there?
Yeah, to be fair, I didn't really start Muay Thai till I was about at 19, early
Oh,
30s.
yeah, but your friend got you into it, no?
Yeah. Me and my friend Zach, we knew someone. He's doing MMA now, Yuri Fraser, and that was his gym for when he was a kid. When we was all in school, like he was the guy that could beat everyone off in it. So we
Yeah,
just
yeah,
joined
yeah.
when I was like 19.
Okay, man. Cool. So, like I said, that this is the 8 rounds podcast. It's like a mini podcast for Eight Strikes. Obviously, June the 13th, you'll be fighting. So, I want to ask you 8 questions. And yeah, man, just answer what you feel. So, what makes you different from other fighters?
I think my movement and like my explosiveness is something that you don't really see in Muay Thai. It's more, yeah, it's an unorthodox style.
Yeah,
Everyone's a bit low, trying to score.
yeah,
And
yeah.
But I'm just there to kill. Like I just want to scrap.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that actually, because obviously like, traditional Muay Thai is very strategic. So like the first round you feel each other out, the second round you're trying to gain points, and the third round you want to make the most damage and whatnot. Um, would you say like your style, I guess, or is it a fact that you spar with a lot of K1 guys, or do you watch a lot of like K1, or is it just naturally you just like being more aggressive?
I think it's more natural because I do appreciate the authentic Thai style, and I do try to implement it. But in a fight, like I want to highlight, and I just
Yeah,
like scrapping. So that's why I'm probably the way I am.
fair enough, man. That makes sense. Well, it's entertaining to watch, man. So all good. What would you say your biggest weapon is?
I reckon it's definitely my speed. Yeah, my speed is not really something that comes around.
Yeah, yeah. Would you say like in your camps and your drills, you focus a lot on like speed drills, or is it just naturally gifted and yes?
I know we focus a lot on that because obviously because I started quite late compared to like, the other lot,
Yeah.
like things come natural to them, like their kicks and their movement and stuff. So I'm not really trying to do what they're doing. I'm trying to do something different to like get myself ahead.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good point actually. I guess starting any combat sport, you've kind of got to train a little bit different to play that catch up, especially if you're competing. You know, I mean, I train, but I don't compete. So, but it's like I'll be sparring a guy that's like, I don't know, 19, 16, 17. They're going to be a lot different to me. Do you know what I mean? Like, Um, so that's interesting. Yeah, like I think people don't realize that, and you see it a lot. Like now in Muay Thai, especially in Muay Thai, like a lot of people do compete at a lot of much more of an older age. Uh, I think that's good because in combat sports, I think people think that it's a very like young man sport, but it's nice to see like Muay Thai fighters, fight a bit older, man, and have a bit of a longer career.
Yeah.
What's one thing people underestimate about you?
I think they underestimate how like well I am at scoring because obviously people see that I can knock people out. That I've got like a lot of my fights end by stoppage. I
Yeah,
think people don't realize that I do take into account that I need to win rounds.
yeah,
I need
yeah.
to score to win rounds, and I don't think people understand that or appreciate that.
Yeah, so perhaps they're not appreciating that you do understand the sport and the rule. You're just going in there for the kill, and yeah, I think it's important that you can. I've seen a lot of Muay Thai fights where one guy might get a lot of damage, or woman might get a lot of damage, and if you're a casual, you're gonna be like, "Well, obviously the other person's gonna win because this person's drawing blood." And then sometimes it'll be like the other person will win because they just scored more effectively in sort of traditional Thai rules.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah, I think it's one thing I think, as Muay Thai grows, I think it needs to be more educated to the masses as we get more people into the sport. Um,
yeah.
yeah, man, that makes sense. What statement are you trying to make in your next fight?
Probably the same statement as the last victory. Yeah, just another like show-stopping performance, showing that my aggressiveness, my power, just everything. Yeah, I'm just trying to climb the rankings. So if I can stop these guys along the way, it shows that I'm up there.
Yeah, let's hope so, man. Okay, I want to say like 4 3 words or 4 phrases, and if you could answer in, I don't know, a word or a few words, it doesn't have to be that long, just whatever comes into your mind first. Cool. So the first one is Muay Thai.
Fun.
Good answer. A lot of people say fame, so fun's nice to hear.
Yeah, I like pain in it, so it's fun.
Good stuff. Cheat meal.
Oh, mm, steak and chips.
Okay, yeah, that's solid.
My thing. That's my thing. I love steak in it.
Are you making it homemade or are you going somewhere?
That depends. If it's like in camp, like the
Yeah.
missus is proper in it, so she'll do. But if we're not in camp, we just finished the fight. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. We ain't trying to buy stuff from the supermarket. Tired and that. Given a knockout.
What's that?
Given a knockout. We kind of spoke about it earlier, but given a knockout, what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you knock someone out and you see that person laid on the floor? What's that feeling? What's that first kind of initial?
It's relief. It's like, yeah, everything we worked for, it's done. We completed it. We completed the mission.
Yeah, yeah, and that must feel great because obviously it's not just you. You got like people in your camp, nutrition in, trainers, coaches, sparring partners. I think a lot of people see combat sports as just the one person in the ring, and then there's a whole team in it. There's a lot of moving parts to it that people sacrifice their time and energy, man. So yeah, it must feel quite great for everyone to get a win, and especially get a win like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And the last one is your next opponent, Durrani.
I think he's class. Yeah, I'm not like anyone that I fight, especially like coming to this stage of my career. I only want to fight people that I rate. So yeah, I do rate Dorani. I know what he's gonna bring, and I know I have to be on my A game to get the victory. So I'm excited. I think the fans should be excited as well. It's a firefight waiting to happen.
Nice, man. What do you think is going to be from the get go? Quite explosive.
Because we're both smart fighters, so we're gonna try, catch each other out, see what we're both gonna do. But as soon as that fire gets lit, yeah, it's mayhem.
Yeah.
It's gonna be mayhem.
You mentioned there that you want to fight the best, and then you mentioned that going into this fight, you think it'll be quite tactical. Going back to what you said earlier, like you started Muay Thai, I guess, a little bit later than I don't know, some people that started as a kid. Is that the reason that you want top tier opponents and get into the rankings? Because it is that sort of thing that in the back of your mind you're thinking, I need to sort of get ranked so I can reach my full potential, not before it's too late, but before you might feel it's too late.
Yeah, like I don't really have much like set goals in this sport. I just want to like end my career knowing that I beat the best, or I not. Obviously, I want to beat them, but at least be in the ring was the best, innit? And if I lose to people, I want them to be of a certain caliber. So yeah, that's what I want to achieve. Obviously, the belts and that will come with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, beating the best, being in the ring with the best, and AJ Duran is definitely one of them. So
Yeah, man, I think that's a good way to look at it because I've seen it across a lot of different combat sports, and you get some fighters that are very tunnel vision on a belt, and if I don't know if we want to go into the politics of belts and how many belts there are, but, that's a separate conversation and with and what's not. But I guess yeah, I think that's a great way to look at it. And then I guess 8 strikes, it's their second event. How do you feel about the event? You've fought on a lot of different promotions, but you fought on 8 strikes, and it was World Super Series then. How do you feel about the event in terms of production, how you're treated, how your team's treated? You know, what was the standout thing for you for 8 strikes, and where do you see it going?
Yeah, I think their production value is like very, very high. So I feel like that's something different that they're bringing to the game. Because a lot of them, a lot of promotions are very just, they do the basics. I don't want to say the basics, but yeah, it's the basics. But I think A-Strat's trying to bring in what like boxing brings in, what UFC, Bellator, all of the high level MMA promotions bring in. So it's exciting. But yeah, nah.
Yeah, yeah, I think you made a good point there, because that's kinda how I felt when I went there. Even the venue alone, I was like, "Oh, this feels like I'm going for actual boxing, like a matchroom boxing event, or something, if not proper." And I think what 8 Strikes are doing is quite impressive. So Josh, any final words going into the fight on the 13th?
Just be excited, innit? And don't blink. It's gonna be fireworks.
Don't blink. Well, Josh, man, it's been a pleasure, my bro. Um, and yeah, man, good luck, man. Wish you all the best, and yeah, can't wait to see the fight.
Appreciate you, brother. Nice one.